Hi, and welcome back to Kuala Lumpur. In today's video, we're going to bring you along as we recap some of the places we visited in this bustling city. And then next week, we'll pick up where we leave off, as there was so much to see and do, I couldn't fit it all into one video. I always like to kick off our videos on exploring a new city with a local transportation system, and sharing with you exactly what MRT stop we use to get to each place. So let's get into today's video by doing just that. We found the KL metro system was easy to use, quite extensive, and very affordable. Our condo was located right off the KL monorail line, which gave us easy access to all of the main sites, but it also allowed us easy access to the other lines on the system so we could easily navigate anywhere we wanted to go. The KL metro system is a mix of train lines. Some, like the monorail, are strictly on tracks above the city, while other lines are a mix of above and below. Either way, we found all of the stations to have easy-to-follow signage, reliable train schedules, and some of the lines also offer female-only cars. Now, like all public transportation systems, there are going to be peak use times, so you definitely want to make sure you factor that into your daily plans, as it will make a huge difference in your commute comfort level. Lastly, depending on how long you'll be in Kuala Lumpur, they have several Metro Pass options available for tourists. We were there 2 months and found that buying single-use tickets as we needed them was the best option for us. Also, you should note that ticket machines only take cash, so if you need to use a credit card, you'll need to buy your tickets from the attendant at the counter. Now let's jump into our exploration of KL at one of its most iconic locations, the Petronas Towers. This area has to be in the top most visited places in Kuala Lumpur, and even though we had a great view of it from our condo building, we still had to get up close and personal and see it both during the day and then again at night. Petronas Towers are actually attached to a mall, and behind that mall is KLCC Park. Here's where you're going to find not only additional great views of the towers, but also a large fountain that has music and a light show, as well as manicured lawns, which are great for a nice stroll. Also, it is worth noting, if you're traveling with kids, KLCC Park has a large children's play area as well as a splash pad to help them burn off some of their boundless energy. While in this area you get hungry or need to get out of the heat, you should definitely check out the inside of Saria KLCC Mall. Other than soaking up some AC and window shopping, we also found 2 restaurants in the food court that we really enjoyed. few stops away on the Pink Line will bring us to our next location, and where you will find several places that definitely need to make it onto your must-visit list. The Central Market is a mix of indoor and outdoor shopping that provides cute shops, food stalls, and local history, as this area has been a market since 1888. We also found a lovely cafe just up the street from Central Market. They had a super friendly staff where we enjoyed a really great late lunch. This area is also home to the Sultan Abdul Samad Building, a very ornate and beautiful government office that was built in the early 1900s. Also, just across the street, you will find a large public square that people use to gather with their friends, picnic, and play sports. Sadly, when we visited, it was raining, plus the building was undergoing some maintenance, so we didn't get the full effect. Just beside the MRT station, you will find the Sultan Abdul Samad Mosque and the River of Life. This was another area we visited both during the day and at night, and would highly suggest you do the same if you were in town long enough to do so. Like a lot of things in Southeast Asia, both the mosque and the river are really beautiful and steeped in a deep history that you should definitely read up on to really appreciate the significance of this area. Like Medeco 118 and the Petronas Towers, the KL Tower is another impressive figure in the Kuala Lumpur skyline. When making our must-visit list for the city, we weren't sure if we would visit the observation deck here or at the Petronas Towers, but as the date for our trip finalized, we realized we would be in Kuala Lumpur for my birthday, and decided that having dinner in the revolving restaurant at the top of KL Tower would be a nice way to enjoy my birthday that would also come with access to both observation decks. However, even if your budget doesn't include going inside the tower, visiting the free outdoor space at the bottom of the tower is still worth checking out, especially at sunset. We bought our dinner tickets online as we wanted to make sure to reserve a table close to the window to really get the full experience of the rotating city views, but still had to stop at the ticket counter to pick up those tickets before heading up to dinner. You can buy same-day tickets at the same counter for just the observation decks and the tower walk if you decide last minute that you do want to do this. Entering Aris, you are brought to the cashier to pay any balance on your reservation and get your table assignment. This stationary center court area is also where the buffet is and what the outer tables revolve around, so there will be times during your dining experience when the buffet will not be visible from your seat as you are rotating around the city. After being shown to our table, a server brought us a drink menu and explained that we were free to visit the buffet at our leisure. We found the buffet to be a pretty standard buffet with pretty standard tasting food. It did have a salad bar, a sushi bar, a pizza bar, a soup bar, and lots of various hot items, but nothing really jumped out as super great or super tasty. Now, we had done our research and read a lot of the reviews, so we knew going in that the food was going to be pretty average. But honestly, we did this for the total experience and mostly the views, so honestly, we weren't disappointed overall. There was also a dessert bar that had soft serve ice cream and various cakes and treats. Again, nothing super special or exciting, but they did have a lot of options just like the main buffet, so you're definitely going to find something you enjoy to end your dining experience. Lastly, we would also recommend you booking your meal for sunset time. This way you'll definitely get the best of both worlds with great views, even if the weather isn't cooperating like it didn't on my birthday. After you eat, you will first visit the outdoor observation deck that offers a 360-degree view of Kuala Lumpur. We found that the other perk to doing a sunset dining reservation was not only will you have beautiful nighttime views, but you will also avoid the worst of the Kuala Lumpur heat. After you spend as much time as you'd like on the outdoor deck, you can then visit the indoor viewing deck, which honestly has the same views as the outdoor deck, just without being exposed to the elements. So depending on the weather situation, this may be the better of the two options during your visit. total experience cost us $55 a person, but factoring in that just the observation deck tickets would have cost us $25 each, we feel okay with paying the extra money and have gotten the full experience. Even though the meal was just okay, it was still a nice night out on the town for my birthday. Okay, so we're going to leave you here, but remember, next week we're going to share with you part 2 of our exploration of Kuala Lumpur. As we saw so much during our 2 months here, I just didn't want to cram it all into one video. So we hope you'll subscribe and join us not only for that video, but all of our other Southeast Asia content, as we have lots more to share with you from our time in Malaysia. Also, if you have any questions about this or any of our other videos, feel free to ask in the comments below, and we will get back to you, because we really want to help you plan your very own happy travels.